In more news coming in, AFCONS, it's Infrastructure Limited. This is, remember, the company that managed the ONGC barges that went adrift. They have now released a detailed statement. They say that they had started moving the vessel to safe location before the storm, but unfortunately the weather conditions deteriorated rapidly from the evening of 16th of May, reaching levels far worse than predicted on 17th. So a statement that has now come in on 20th, that is today, from AFCONS Infrastructure Limited, the company that manages the ONGC barges that went adrift. Of course, there has been a lot of concern because so many people have lost their lives in this unfortunate incident, so many still missing. Latest statement that has now come in from AFCONS Infrastructure, and our executive editor Niranjan is also joining us on this broadcast to take us through in detail what this statement says. Niranjan.
Well, AFCONS Infrastructure Limited, which was operating the barges that that bore the brunt of Cyclone Taute, have received a very detailed statement saying that published weather reports, including cyclone alerts, are for a regional, general region of operation, not particularly relevant for any exact area of operation. And they say that a standard practice of offshore contractors is to obtain weather forecasts for the work location from well-known weather forecasters, which are typically issued twice a day, and weather forecasts for next 7 days. Specifically about this particular incident and the cyclone Taute, they have said that the weather forecast received on the 14th of May 2021 from the weather service provider predicted that sustained wind speed of maximum 40 knots, classified as tropical storm by the service provider, was likely to occur at their specific work location on the 16th and 17th. Preventive and precautionary measures were taken after receiving the alert, and that on the 14th of May, all their vessels were advised to secure their respective work locations and move to safe locations. They're saying that all vessels, barges, including P305, commenced moving out of their work locations on 14th and 15th, while the other barges moved to Mumbai Port or Mumbai Outer Anchorage or anchorage close to Revandanda. The master of P305 chose to move 200 meters away from the HT platform where the barge 305 was working and to remain at that location, deciding this as a safe location since the maximum predicted wind speed was only 40 knots and his location was 120 Newton meters away from the eye of the storm. Now, essentially, they're saying that the weather conditions deteriorated rapidly from the evening of the 16th of May, reaching levels far worse than predicted on the 17th, and that the sudden deterioration of weather left no time at all for any further action to be taken, and that as per normal marine protocol as well as the specific charter agreement, matters concerning vessel safety lie with the responsibility of the owner or barge master, who is in the best position to decide on the appropriate course of action regarding vessel safety, as they had necessary skill sets as well as the understanding of the vessel and its equipment under the prevailing local conditions. Essentially, saying that it wasn't in their hand is what AFCONS is saying. I'm handing it back to you as we keep a close track on the operations themselves.
Yes, many questions being asked on whether these barges were well equipped, on whether more could have been done to make sure that this tragedy could have been avoided, and that is the statement that is now coming in from AFCON saying that they were warned and they did indeed act in time. Thank you, Niranjan.